Good morning all and welcome to the session. Today I am explaining you how to fill the data in the digitization form. This is the URL you might have received through email to everybody. So this is for your again I'm repeating here. This is the URL you have to put in the browser. So this is the loading screen of this application where you can see the PIMS ID, the password, maker and checker. So this particular screen is divided into two parts. One is maker and checker. So every individual, having whosoever received their password and identified the maker and checker from their respective office. So if somebody is marked in the system as a maker and he is trying to log into the system as a checker, the system will not allow you to log in. So it will throw you error that you are not marked as a maker or checker. So please be careful. Based on your role you have to log in to the system. So since all this data is sensitive, so I'm not going to use anybody PIMS ID, though I'm having access to everybody. So I'm going to use my test user ID what I have created for this testing purpose of this application. So otherwise your PIMS ID would be your user ID and password whatever you have received from your office that you have to use. Let me enter my this thing. So I'm logging as a maker here. Process. So here you can see few of the things like the maker PIMS ID. So this is the PIMS ID of the maker, so that he it will give you information that the maker is that he is logging through a proper PIMS ID. And here in this table you can see PIMS ID, first name, middle name, last name and submitted. So this particular table will show you, or give you information that who all are the employee aligned under you. I mean who all are the employee coming under you, for whom you are the responsible person to fill the data. So here you can see the PIMS ID, first name, middle name and last name. In the last column you can see submitted button. So if you noticed here, one is checked, another one is blank. So it's checked means this particular maker has already been submitted the data already filled for this particular PIMS ID. So there are cases like for a single maker there are more than 20 or 30 employee coming under him, so it's very difficult to maker identify that for whom he already submitted or for whom he yet to submit. So through this identifier he can check that who all ever all the employee you have submitted all these things. So this is the first screen of this thing. So I have already submitted for this particular second employee, so that's what it's coming as mm, checked. So and I have to I am yet to submit the data for the second one. So the other thing is just to inform you that when on the checker login for this particular employee, so checker can only see those data whatever is submitted by the maker. He cannot see. In this case we have two uh, employees showing under maker, but when the checker is logged in he can see only one record, since only one data has been filled for one employee by the maker. So let me log into the checker screen and I'll show you how it will. So this is the checker login. So I'm logging to a checker. So see here this checker having only one record. So this is for your information. I'll come to you in a more descriptive way. So now let's go and just fill the data for this person. So we have to click on that. So here a few of the things you can see coming by default, like the PIMS ID, the reason, first name, middle name, and last name. These are coming from the system. So it is already fitted in the system, and it is pulling from the backend. The offices are sometimes change, so you can having the option to change the office and the date of birth and so on. So now the date of joining is self-explanatory. So this date of joining is this particular employee date of joining to the organization, not to the particular office. So you have to give the date of joining of this particular employee. Then employee group, employee subgroup. Here if he is a regular or work just, and employee subgroup is what kind of under whom, which type of subgroup he's coming, like gazetted or work chart or something. Then the next increment date. So here few of the validations already in place, so that if you are work charge, you are just clicking on the employee group work chart, so by default subgroup will come work chart. So let's say if if it is regular and you are just trying to put this work chart, then automatically system will throw you one error that work chart subgroup is not allowed for salaried employee. So that way there are few of the validations already been there. So let's fill it up. I'm showing you, I'm filling at the same time also. So I'm just taking all these randomly dates. So wherever there is a date field, you can get a calendar to select the date. So I selected this, and then next increment date would be uh, let's say 1st of January, 3rd of January. Okay, so this date of birth is also coming from the backend by default, but there are certain cases wherein employee a wrong date of birth has been fitted, so we are having the option to change it. We can change. So now this permanent address and present address we have to fill of the employee. So I'm just taking all this is test. State, then state I can take anything. Seven, same way the present address. Yeah, so now I filled it. So now the PRAN and PF number. So here you can see GPF number and PRAN number. So based on the availability, we have to fit the data. So some employee having only GPF number, and some having the PRAN number, and some having both the number. So based on the availability of the information of that particular employee, you have to fill this details. So I'm putting here the PRAN number like 56789. Okay. Identification details. So here you can see identification details are so many. It's coming a list of document type like employee ID, passport, official, personal, PAN card, Aadhaar card, election card. So out of all these things, only PAN number and Aadhaar number is mandatory. Here it's clearly mentioned that PAN number and Aadhaar number is mandatory. If you are putting it blank, the system is not allowed you to enter the data. So please make sure that you are inputting this PAN number and Aadhaar number. So in case of PAN number and the Aadhaar number, this date of issue, date, expiry date, place of issue, and country issue is not required, because I'm getting so many query that how we're going to enter these dates for PAN and Aadhaar. So it is not required for PAN and Aadhaar, but it is required to for passport and other documents, but not for PAN and Aadhaar. So you can just put the PAN and Aadhaar number and left it as blank. So family details. So family details here, you can see by default we have 5 options here: spouse, father, mother, son, and daughter. So here only 5 options, but there is a functionality to adding additional family member here. So let me just enter this data test. Date of birth, I'm just taking randomly any date. Yeah, any date. Then see medical attendance, you can see here 3 things: CGHS, DGHS, and CSMA. So in case of the moment you said CGHS, you have to give the card number, expiry date, okay, and date of issues. So for CGHS, all these 3 things are mandatory: CGHS and DGHS. For CSMA, nothing is required. You just the moment you click on the CSMA, the CSMA flag will checked. So I'm just taking the CGHS. So see, now this date fields are enabled. So I'm just giving a random date, then expiry date maybe 27. So issue date is not required. The same way I have to just click on this to a date of birth, expiry date, same, anything, could be anything I'm giving. So I'm showing you just for this for information only. So let's take test 3 date, could be anything. So now here I'm taking CSMA, just to give you this. The moment I click on CSMA, this flag is checked and the rest of the things are disabled here. So this way you have to field. I'm just adding, just in case the relationship we have some more dependent. So I'm just adding here another relationship for I'm taking CSMA. It's checked. Okay, this part is done. So same way we are having option to delete it also. Since I don't have anything for son and daughter, I am just deleting. Just you have to select it and click on the delete button. Same way you have to select the daughter and delete it. So now I have 4 nominations, 4 family members, which is having, these are the attendance date there, medical details. So now the leave type. So leave type having you know we have a list of leave type. So you have to just select which leave type you want to enter all these things in based on the data. So I select this earn leave. So this data is the number of balance as on date, the date when you are entering the data for this particular employee. So I have selected this earn leave 10 days and this is the wrong one. So I'm taking, yeah, something like that. Hospital leave 365 days. So here also I'm having option to add. So you have, if you have more leave option, you can directly go add, select the corresponding any sort of CL, and say 78, like that. You have to, I'm just selecting 78. Same way I can delete it also. Select and delete. It will delete from the here. Okay. So this leave part is gone. Now coming back to the important part of this particular section, the service book entry. So service book entry, we are getting so many query on this. So how to upload, what is the steps. So now people, most of the people has acquainted nowadays, but this is for the audience who are listening to this video, or seeing this video for the first time, or those who are going to who has not yet started uploading. So here you can see that this button, choose the file option, then attach file, save file, and delete file. Okay, so here to upload, you have to scan your service book, and compress it, because the system is allowing you maximum 20 MBs. Okay, it should not allow you more than 20 MB. So what you have to do, you have to scan your service book, compress it, and upload it, because we have a certain mm, incident wherein we got two service book scanned and compressed and upload in the system, and there was no problem on uploading. So make sure that it's on 100 dpi to reduce. But yes, I understand that there will be little bit haziness in the scanning, but that is also okay. So we can go with the 100 dpi, scan it and compress it, now attach it. So what is the process of attaching? So you can see here a arrow mark. So you have to select it. It will give you a pop-up, which pop-up will show you your what which file you want to upload here. So I am having a list of files, so I am just selecting this. Now this name is coming here. Now here you can see three options like attach, save attachment, and delete attachment. For you have to go one by one. First you have to click on the attach button. So the moment I say attach, so see the name is coming here, list of the accessories of the PDF, the file name, and the created date, which is today's date 17, and the time 8:56. Now you have to click on the save attachment. Now this document is saved. So you got this message saying that attachment is saved successfully. Okay, so this is done. Now you have to please make sure that after attaching this file, you have to click on the attach button and save attachment. If you are not, you are just clicking, if you are clicking on this attach button and leave it and directly go and save the file, it will not save. The moment it is not coming here, it will not save. So you have to do both you have to perform both the action, attach and save attachment. Same way we are having options also here to attach multiple files. We can attach multiple files here. As you can see, two files already been added. So same way you have to, you are having option to delete the attachment also. So for deleting, you have to just select on the particular file and delete. The file had been deleted. So I hope this is clear to you. So now this LTC avail. LTC avail is you have to feed this data for this block year 1821. So here you can see four options: not availed, hometown, all India, and LTC in lieu of your the fee of the special region here in lieu of hometown. So it's self-explanatory. If somebody has not availed, you can just simply click not availed. So rest of the things are disabled for him. Okay, so same way hometown or all India, based on the availability, you can just give the data. Now here you can see this leave encashment in days. So this leave encashment is till today, whatever the leave employee encash till today, not for this block here, till today we have to give for that particular uh, employee. So let's see, let me check, and till today is, let's say, 10. Okay, the same way I have already fitted this, I have already attached the file. So now, yeah, education details. So education details is again self-explanatory, that the course, what course, the start date, end date, name of the institution, duration of this course, and units, I mean whether it's a year, day, weeks, or months, and the final percentage. And this is the remark if you want to put some remark here. So here the education details, you can, we are having option for add the row for entering multiple education details. So I am giving test education, the start date would be back in 2006, let's say 2006, and date was, everything is random, 2009, Noida, three, then years you have to select. This is the 3 years course, panel percentage is 2%. Any remark? Just remark. Yeah, so that's all. So same way you have, if you want to delete it, you can select and delete the row, it will vanish. I'll show you from the checker login. So the nomination details. So here we have few of the options like GPF, gratuity, group insurance, and NPS. So here I can having option to add and delete also. So for GPF I have taken the nomination like this 100%. So if you want, so initially what will happen, this screen will be blank like this. Since I have added, so it is coming. So, and it's, you cannot enter it. The moment you can see there is nothing, is you cannot enter, you have to just click on the add button. So add button, I'm taking this test name, test GPF, address, father, %300. Okay, so now if I want to add more, I can add it here. So here the second case, what I want to put the gratuity 50% or 2%. So I have to add two column with the same gratuity. Okay, gratuity. Son, so here 50, then so here please keep a note. See, if I'm trying to give for the nomination details, if I'm trying to say give the nomination for 2 person, let's say I have 2 son, so 50% then you have to put son and son 1. The relationship should not be same. Okay, if you are putting the first son at son 1, then put second son at son 2, or here in case son and son 1, like we daughter and daughter 1, daughter 2, daughter 3, son 1, son 2, son 3. Because if you are giving the son and son 2 times, then the system will confuse, like it's already been one son is already entered in the system, then why it's coming to. So please make the son 1 and son 2 like that. Okay, so same way you can give the rest of the things from the options. Now I'm just deleting this row, and that's deleted. So this nomination is completed. Now this MACP is clear, like it's not granted first, second, and third, and not applicable. If it is not granted, you have to click not granted, not applicable, not applicable. For employee who has already been granted to first, second, and third MACP, you have to select, and you have to give the MACP grant date. The moment you select it, it will give the grant date here for second and third. So you have to give the grant date. So let me select a grant date. Yeah. So now this mandatory training also initially it will come like this. It's not editable. So you have to click on this row. Just select test training, then the completion date of the training. When you have completed the add completed. Same way you can add row. Just make it 2 test training 2 and this date. Yep. So same way we have to put this mandatory departmental exam. It's already there, so let me delete it. Like this, initially it will come, you have to add it, put the serial number, test exam, and the completion date when you have completed this. Same way you can add another row, test exam 2 and completion. Yeah, so this is I have filled everything one by one and explain you what all the things. Now you can see here the save button is disabled only because the self declaration is not yet checked. So you checked it and save it. Okay, it's saying CL should not be more than 12. So there are, as I say, there are certain validations already in place in the system. So CL should not be more than, what is saying, 12 days. So I have to change it to 12. Yep, I changed it. Now I'm saving. So data successfully saved. Now this data I have saved it. So now this data is already flowed to the checker. So last time, if you remember,